Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. Ooh, we've got some big stuff in today's video. This is going to be a massive one because we've got that home game against second place in the league and we really need to come up with a victory, or at very least not lose. Although really the victory will be very helpful for head to head. And then we've got the derby in the next match and they're certainly not out of this title race yet. Can he make more than 3 subs per game? Notice the opposition had done it a few times. So yeah, apparently I can make 4 subs and I hadn't realised until halfway through the season. So classic me oversight on that one. But yeah, so we can make 4 subs in future, which is going to be nice. Give us a bit more freedom. I don't know whether that proliferates up the leagues or whether it's just this one, but it's definitely a thing. Thought we'd start off today on Konrad Kaslik because he's actually been improving quite nicely. I'm just concerned about his crossing because I've actually played most of the friendlies. I actually watched them so I could make some tweaks to the tactic, and I have made a few little tweaks. We're now on Polonia 5 because there's a couple of little things I noticed and I think it's made us stronger overall and made our chance creation improve, which is really quite important for my money, to be getting more players to create opportunities for us, and I think we've definitely done that. Still a few more ideas that I might have, but for now I'm happy. With this Hungaran team, you pronounce it like morong. Okay, so it seems I was a bit of a morong on that one, unfortunately, but at least we beat them 4-2. Minor spoiler, as Piachara scored the penalty, why not set his nickname to not Jamie Lane? That's a bit of a throwback, isn't it? Mainly because I want to try and make this one its self-contained story. I don't want to be referencing too much stuff from Stockport. Obviously, Bruno Bridges will maintain quite a heavy part of the story, but I want it to be about the other characters. If this tactic was a girl, I would chat her up. Well, that's good to know, because she's just got even more beautiful. So at this point, I would normally show you off-camera games. There was one. It's a cup match, as you would imagine we went through. I'm not going to bother boring you with the highlights of that, since we've got more important stuff to do. I actually can't even remember the scoreline. It was so long ago. But the point is we are through, and we will be playing, I think, S1-E7, finally a team from our division, in the quarter-finals of this competition. We've already played 5 games. There have been some transfers in and out, and a youth intake. In fact, I'm just going to show you the youth intake now. It is on the screen. I was hoping we might get someone that had that 5 stars, since we already had a couple of players in our youth ranks that were rated that high, and I figured we'd do a bit better than this. But I guess the bonus about this is the best player we've got is actually a shadow striker, and that pleased me very much. And here he is, it's Wojciech Fiarczyk, and he's not bad. I mean, he's the best we got in this youth intake. He's the 9th best player for that role, so he's still nothing special yet, but he is only 15 years old, remember. 5'11", he's got some okay physicals, he's got great balance as well for someone so young. Dribbling, finishing, first touch is solid, he's got decent free kicks as well. There's a lot. You know, he's still only 15, and that is Cezary Souček. He's left, he's joined Woods, and I was disappointed. Unfortunately, I didn't realise he had a release clause in his contract, because none of the other players do, as far as I know, apart from relegation release clauses, which is fine, because we're not going to get relegated this year. But, yeah, they triggered it, and it was a bit disappointing. When they put a bid in of £18,000, and I countered with 20 and some of the add-ons they had and put some clauses in. And they came back because I was like, well, I have to do something here. I could turn it down, but they'll just come back and bid 20 and they'll accept it. So in these situations, I think you can actually get more for your buck. So what I did was I bid 20 up front for him, if you like, and they actually ended up giving us 33 if you include all the add-ons. So I guess the release clause has to be the upfront payment part. They could have triggered it regardless, but we're actually going to get a bit more money than we would have done before. So I figured if we're going to lose him, we might as well lose him for a bit more money. The players that have come in, Kamil Jaziak has come in to play on that right-hand side as a backup sort of fullback position. He was available. I thought, you know what, let's bring this guy on a free. He's only on £100 a week. You can't go wrong. And we had a bit of extra wage. I also brought on Lukasz Hansel. He's only on like an 18-month contract because he's 32 years old. But I just figured a little bit of extra quality in the centre of the park could definitely do us some good. And he's done some good jobs in our friendlies with some passing and stuff. So he is on a bit more money of £275 a week. But more importantly, this is Krzysztof Napora. He's come in. Who is he on loan from? I can never remember. On loan from Skra. I'm not going to try and pronounce the last. Shestachova? I'm not sure. Point is, he's come in to replace Souček here. He's not fantastic, but he is only on loan, I suppose. We're having to pay all of his wages. Sorry, no, some of his wages. I don't know how much. But today, we're playing against Soca. This is the big one. If we win this, we'd go 5 points above them, no matter what happens elsewhere. Legia are playing a relatively lower side, so you feel like they'll probably win. And Ursus are also playing a side towards the bottom, so you feel like they'll probably win as well. And they might suddenly become our main rivals. But I think we really need to win this, just so we get the head-to-head over the line. Just remembered. Right, okay, so the big change I made, I was looking at some of the friendlies and looking at some of the chances we made. And I realised that there's no point in us crossing the ball in aimlessly and to a certain position because we've got no strikers. So what I've done is I've had it so that all of these guys, obviously there's no one here at the moment, are all crossing to the far post. there's always going to be a player at that back post area. Not like an inside forward, but just a player in that position. And I feel like it's definitely worked for us because we get a lot of chances through those. And I feel like just playing into that a little bit more is definitely helpful. So the one thing I might do is encourage a bit more crossing. So I'm going to turn this one off of cross less often on this side, because I just feel like with these guys are all on cross more often anyway, we might as well allow Maslanka, or whoever plays there, which could be Voidiger as well, to do a bit more of the crossing as well. However, against 4-4-2s, we've kind of struggled. And I did have one game against a 4-4-2 where what I did was I basically just simply turned off this and just let them be a bit more freeform. So that might be something to try, particularly as Ostroda are playing a 4-4-2, or they certainly did in the first game, and that's what my scouts reckon. So that's kind of where we're at. A few little changes, but it took me to watch all the friendlies, and it's important to do that because I don't think the tactic was perfect, but I think it could be improved. Everything can always be improved up to a certain point. It's going to be a law of diminishing returns at some point, but that's the theory. But for now, let's actually pick a team, shall we? And the reason I put Shabat back in here again is because he's got better crossing than Kasalik does. So I'd actually rather play Kasalik in here with Kochinievsky, because he's better in the air. Obviously, Napora is going to play in here. But we are going to have to make a concession, if you like. And Zavshikrai is injured. Oh, dearie me. I mean, Malik is going to have to play, unfortunately. I would much rather not play him. I mean, he's been fine, but I feel like we could do better now that we've got the guy on loan, for crying out loud. So that's going to be the lineup. Peltz, Wisniewski, Pechara, Malik, Preparovsky, Kobera, Maslanka, Kochinievsky, Kasalik, Shabat, and Tobiash. So I think that's what we're going to go with for now. I hope we can do well, but this is the biggest test we've actually had. Am I on the right tactic? Yes, we're on Polonia 5. So this is the only difference with this one, is it doesn't have as much through the middle. I guess we should just get into this then. I have high hopes for the lads. I feel like they can do it. They're fresh. We've had lots of nice friendlies off camera to really... And I've watched a lot of the play, and I've been seeing the way it develops, and I just prefer when we actually are aiming crosses in a certain way, because we just were a bit aimless with them before, and I don't like that. Maslanka, Preparovsky could maybe cut inside and have a shot. Wisniewski, here we go. This is where we could get some joy if we can get the ball out wide from Maslanka. Ball in across. Malik, not quite. Oh, headed clear though. We need an early goal, I feel like. Peltz, here we go, in behind. Maslanka's through. Can he square it across for someone? Malik! Wisniewski! Yes! 1-0. Bartosz Wisniewski's 9th goal of the season after just 2. We've got 99% possession. I assume the only bit of possession they had was with that clearance header. Look at this. Lovely run by Maslanka. Peltz puts it around the corner. His cross actually isn't the best, in all honesty, but Wisniewski's really composed to bring that down and make it 1-0 to Polonia Warszawa. Huge start to this game. That's just what we needed. I think I just saw that Leia have taken the lead in their game, so that's definitely putting some pressure on at the top. The football against teams that play this sort of system is certainly not going to be pretty. That is for sure. But as long as we grind out results against 4-4-2s, we can play pretty football against everybody else. Okay, they're trying to press us a little bit more. I think we've definitely completely dominated the game, which is what I wanted. And this is the change. I feel like with 4-4-2s, we're just going to have to try and soak up the ball and hope that we can try and fashion a chance. And we've got the lead so far. I might even be tempted to tell him to cross more often, in all honesty, for Maslanka, just to get a few more balls in, so that we stop dilly-dallying with the ball in that position and just get a few crosses in. That's definitely a thought of mine for the second half. Move Kasalik out to the right-hand side and bring on Nabursky at centre-back instead. So we've got a bit more force there from a defensive side output. Simpson, and he's played straight out of play. That might be my first sub. Kowalski, analysis on the left-hand side. Get out to him. Oh my god, well defended, lads. We got away with that one a little bit. Cleared away. Piachara. Can he turn a... Oh, what a strike from Christian Piachara. That could be a huge goal in the title race. We're 2-0 up now. We've not even been that good, but like I said, against 4-4-2s, sometimes you've just got to grind them out a little bit. What a touch this is, to bring it down and just thunderous strike. Top corner, 2-0 Polonia. We've rode our luck at times, but we've got the lead now, 2-0. Going to come back for Piachara. He might have another crack at it here. Not quite. Preparovsky. Oh, Peltz, got loads of men at the back post. Can he find one? It's flicked and it's in. Piachara's grabbed a third. We're 3-0 up now against Soca. This is much more like it. And the key point here is this will help us tremendously on the head-to-head. I love the fact that he gets tackled there, immediately just picks himself up, gets on the end of this, and Peltz's ball is wonderful. And Piachara with a superb header. The goalkeeper's dreadful on that one. It's 3-0 to Polonia. Lovely old job. Brought down. Oh, that's poor. No, he's won the ball back. Peltz might even keep this in, you know. He has. Can he find a cross? Napora! Oh, what a chance that was almost immediately. Maslanka, I think he's been excellent today. He's definitely my first choice in that role now. Over the friendly period, he's definitely drilled it into the team that he is the man for the job. Oh, I don't know where the fullback's gone off to. Don't let him get that ball across. God damn it, guys. That's really frustrating when that happens, because I don't know why they did that. Like, when we win the ball here, when they lose the ball, the fullback's there, and then he just stops for some reason. Why would you not continue tracking the runner? That makes no sense. It's 3-1, so we're still going to win the match. And hopefully we still win 3-1, so we get the better head-to-head over them, which would be very, very nice. But that's frustrating. There we go. Polonia Warszawa 3, Ostroda 1. That's the win that we needed. like I said, 4-4-2's always going to be a bit of a grind, but the fact that we were able to score 3 goals in this match is very, very impressive for my money. I still think this is an improvement over the style that we were playing before. I feel like we would have struggled a bit more in this game than we have done tonight, and that moves us 5 points clear of then. Still only 3 points clear of Ursus now, but the point is we are still getting the wins, and that's the most important thing. Yes! Right, coming back for Legia in a minute. Right then, we're back on the day of the game against Legia. Now, looking at the other opponents, which is important, they're both at home. Ostroda are at home against 9th place, and Ursus are at home against 18th. So I think Ursus could be coming for us if we were to lose today against Polonia. I think they could actually go above us, which is a bad sign. I wouldn't mind if we got a draw, though, because that would be good. I want to see what they've got available, though. One thing I am going to do, though, is bring in Kasalik here, though, because I just don't think Shabat's cut out for it. He's complaining about leaving the club anyway, so I'll bring back Nabursky and go with that. Unfortunately, we're still going to have to go with Malik and not Napora, but it's not a lot I can really do about that at the moment. Vitrakovsky is going to have to play, which is not ideal. But everything else I'm fairly happy with. Savchukra is nearly back again, so that's useful there. But they do have Kalenovic and Pescato, so those guys are great, and Hammerleinen. This is no pushover team by any stretch. We're going to really struggle here, I think. So a couple of things. The board offered me a new contract, which I've accepted, so that's given us a bit more job security, which is always nice. And also, I've had more than one player come to me and complain about the lack of football they were getting during the Christmas period when we hadn't got a game in 4 months. And they were all getting friendly time, but they were complaining about the lack of competitive football, which is absurd. Warszawa are losing at home. We're keeping a fair amount of the ball. Peltz is going to cut inside again. Priporovsky's got out wide, though. Piachara could go past his man. He has done. Oh, God, what a chance. Kasalik's got a chance to put the ball back in there, though. Does. Cleared. Priporovsky. Peltz, get the shot away. Somebody, please shoot. Piachara, cleared away. Malik, bring it down. Have a shot, son. You know you want to. Goes that way for Kaslik. This is nice and patient, I've got to say, but it's not going to lead to anything in the end, is it? No. Malik brings it down again. Mocks it back for... Can he get the shot away again? No, he can't. Wow, what a start. It's also worth noting that I think both Ostroda and Ursus are also losing today. Pichara's header wide. Oh my God, another chance for us. Although this is where they're dangerous. Where is Kasalik? There he is. Get out and make the block, son. Pescato, watch out for the space out wide. Oh God, this is where they're really dangerous, I feel. Ball across, clear. No. Oh, what a save. Cleared. Kasalik does a great job and clears his lines there. Don't let him get the shot in. Oh, they've scored. Kasper Hammerleinen gives Legia the lead. They started off really, really poor against us. I mean, still, we had some chances and we should have done better with them. And now it's 1-0. The second phase of a set piece. We couldn't defend the header. We just needed to block it. We just didn't. It's a really good ball in, and Hammerleinen, it's an excellent header from him, and it's 1-0, and that's half-time. So we are a goal down to Kasper Hammerleinen's goal. We've had some chances in this game, which we should have done better with. Possession's still good. Thankfully, both the other sides are either losing or drawing, which is helping us, thank God. There's still hope for us yet. Results are going sort of our way elsewhere, which could definitely help us. We'd stay 3 points clear at the top as things stand, so it's not the end of the world. Concrete on the end here with lots of space out wide. Peltz, here we go. Runners coming through. Peltz can he whip it across? He doesn't need to. Malik! Oh, what a save! What an opportunity that was. We should be level on the night. Malik with an unbelievable strike, and the goalkeeper somehow pulled that out. You could argue we've probably been slightly the better side today, which is definitely a positive. But unless we get something from this match... I always wonder about Vitrakovsky. I feel like we don't play that well when he's in the team. Oh my God. Don't give them a chance from this. Oh, come on! When it ain't your day, it ain't your day. There you go, really. It's 2-0 Legia. Like, what on earth was that for a ball? I feel like Vitrakovsky needs to not be in this team anymore. Not that that is an excuse for... I mean, what a strike that is for 2-0. You can't defend that, but you can not do the bad defending bit before that. And I feel like we've not been that bad, to be honest. Napora. Look out wide. Here we go. Kaslik men surging into the box. Can he find one? Piachara! Saved! Oh, my goodness me. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed at the result there. I think we've probably deserved more from it on the night, but it isn't always going to be your day. They just had that little bit of extra quality when it counted, unfortunately. The header and then that wonderful strike, which was still our fault from the dreadful pass out from the back. But he really is... Still 2 points clear at the top, though, and that is the main thing. Things have definitely not gone brilliantly elsewhere, at least for Ursus, which is good. So that means that we're still... We go back to being 2 points clear at the top again. But we've got through a tough period of games. We're still 2 points clear. It could have been a lot worse, remember. It's not always going to be your day. We just have to accept that sometimes. So, what are we going to do in the next video? We do have a nice run of games, though. Look, 17th place, 16th place, Cup, 15th, 13th, 14th. All winnable matches, and I expect us to go out there and get some of these bloody wins. So, what I'm proposing is we come back... yeah, we'll come back for the Pelican game and do that. We've got a nice chunk of games off camera, a tough quarterfinal, and some winnable league games. And I'm hoping that just by hopefully getting a few wins in these league games, we can pull a bit of a gap at the top, because the other sides are presumably going to be playing tougher teams in that sense. So, not the end of the world. We got the win that we really wanted, which was the 3-1 win against Soca. I know we lost the derby and that kind of sucks, but we still played quite well, I have to say. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video. That'd be fantastic. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. That'll work as well. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.